Good day and welcome. I'm Stefan with Trending Update USA, bringing you the latest sports development from the tennis world, where Filipino tennis star Eala's campaign at the WTA 1000 Wuhan Open has come to a close after a tough loss in the qualifiers to Japan's Moyuka Uchijima. This result may not have gone in Eala's favor, but her journey through China's demanding Asian swing continues to demonstrate her determination and steady rise in professional tennis. Today, we take a closer look at what happened in Wuhan, how this affects her momentum moving forward, and why fans and analysts alike continue to see her as one of the brightest young stars on the WTA Tour. Eala entered the Wuhan Open qualifiers fresh off a busy stretch of tournaments in China, including a run at the Suzhou WTA 125 event. Her participation in the Wuhan Open, a WTA 1000 level tournament, marked a big step up in competition, featuring some of the top players in the world. The event, held at the iconic Optics Valley International Tennis Center, is one of the most competitive tournaments in Asia, known for its deep field and fast courts that favor aggressive play. For Eala, this represented both a challenge and an opportunity, a chance to test herself against higher-ranked players and to continue building experience at the top level of the sport. In her qualifying match against Moyuka Uchijima, Eala entered with confidence and focus, having shown good form in her earlier matches during the Asian circuit. The match began under bright Wuhan skies, with both players eager to advance to the main draw. Eala started strong, holding her serve confidently and pushing Uchijima into long rallies. Her forehand, one of her key weapons, found its rhythm early, allowing her to dictate play from the baseline. But Uchijima, known for her consistency and quick footwork, responded with sharp counterpunches and deep returns that kept Eala constantly adjusting her positioning. The first set turned into a close contest, with both players trading breaks and testing each other's composure. At 4-4 in the first set, Uchijima found a crucial break, capitalizing on a couple of unforced errors from Eala's side. It was a turning point that allowed the Japanese player to take the opening set 6-4. Eala fought hard, but the momentum began to tilt slightly in Ukijima's favor. In the second set, Eala tried to change tactics. She stepped inside the baseline more often, took the ball early, and looked to shorten rallies by going for winners down the line. For a while it worked. She held serve comfortably and created several break opportunities, but Ukijima's solid defense and timely serving kept her in control. The match ended with a 6-4, 6-3 victory for Uchijima, sealing Eala's exit from the qualifiers. It was a tough loss for the 19-year-old Filipina, who had entered the Wuhan Open aiming to qualify for the main draw and continue her impressive Asian swing. But despite the early exit, Eala's composure after the match reflected maturity beyond her years. Speaking to local media, she expressed disappointment, but emphasized the importance of learning from the experience. She said, "It wasn't my best match, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to play here. Every match at this level teaches me something new, and I'll use this to improve." Those words capture exactly why so many see Eala as a future top player. She faces every setback as a stepping stone toward growth. Eala's journey through the Asian swing this season has been a true test of endurance, both physically and mentally. From Suzhou to Wuhan, she has been on a continuous grind, traveling across China, adapting to different surfaces, and competing against seasoned professionals. It's the kind of schedule that builds champions, challenging, exhausting, but invaluable for development. At Suzhou, she demonstrated glimpses of brilliance, taking out tough opponents and displaying her trademark fighting spirit. The transition to a WTA 1000 event like Wuhan was a leap in competition, but one that Eala embraced wholeheartedly. Moyuka Uchijima, her opponent in Wuhan, is herself a rising player from Japan who has gained recognition for her consistent performances on the ITF and WTA circuits. Ranked within the top 120 at the time, Uchijima brought a combination of experience and momentum into the match. For Eala, facing such an opponent is exactly the kind of exposure that prepares her for the next level of professional tennis. Matches like these sharpen her competitive instincts, improve her tactical awareness, and provide insight into what it takes to win against higher-ranked competition. The loss may sting, But it's important to note how much progress Eala has already made in such a short span of time. Just a few seasons ago, she was competing primarily in junior tournaments, where she made headlines by winning 2 Grand Slam junior doubles titles. Since then, she's made a successful transition into the professional ranks, capturing titles on the ITF circuit and earning her first WTA 125 crown. Her steady climb up the rankings has made her a household name in Philippine sports and a symbol of pride for Filipino athletes around the world. Each tournament, win or lose, adds to her growing experience and builds the foundation for future success. Analysts and fans observing her performance in Wuhan note that while she still needs to refine certain aspects of her game, particularly her shot selection under pressure and consistency in long rallies, the raw talent and determination are clearly there. Tennis experts have often pointed out that the journey of becoming a top player is rarely linear. Even the greats of the game have faced early round exits before finding their rhythm at higher levels. What matters most is resilience, and that is one quality Eala has in abundance. In recent months, Eala has shown that she can hold her own against more experienced players. Her powerful forehand, improved serve, and baseline aggression have earned her praise from commentators and coaches alike. But perhaps her biggest weapon is her mental toughness. Even in defeat, she maintains focus and optimism, never allowing losses to derail her long-term goals. Her training under the guidance of Coach Joan Bosch has emphasized balance, developing physical strength, tactical awareness, and emotional control. This holistic approach is what continues to propel her forward. Back home in the Philippines, the tennis community has rallied behind her. Social media was filled with messages of encouragement following her exit from Wuhan, with fans expressing pride in her continued efforts. Many reminded her that every tournament experience counts toward her journey to becoming a consistent top-tier player. Eala's presence on the global tennis scene has already inspired countless young athletes in the country, sparking renewed interest in tennis and highlighting the potential of Filipino athletes on the world stage. For Eala, the focus now shifts to recovery and preparation for upcoming events in the Asian circuit. The grind of professional tennis means there is little time to dwell on losses. Each week brings a new opportunity, a new challenge, and a new court to conquer. Whether it's another WTA 125 or a higher-tier event, Eala's commitment remains the same: to compete hard, improve daily, and represent her country with pride. Her team will likely analyze the Wuhan match in detail, studying what went wrong, identifying areas for adjustment, and creating a plan for the next event. It's also important to consider the context of her development. At just 19, Eala is still in the early stages of her professional journey. Many players on the WTA Tour reach their peak in their mid to late 20s, which means Eala has time on her side. Every season she spends competing at this level accelerates her growth. The experience of facing different playing styles, adapting to various conditions, and learning to handle the emotional highs and lows of competition all contribute to shaping her into a more complete athlete. In the broader picture, Eala's participation in tournaments like Wuhan underscores how far she has come. Not long ago, her name was mostly associated with junior circuits. Today, she's regularly facing opponents ranked among the world's best, representing her country on an international stage, and gaining exposure to the professional tour's demanding environment. The progression is clear, from promising junior to emerging pro, and now to a legitimate contender in WTA events. The match against Uchijima may have been brief, but the lessons drawn from it are long-term. Tennis is as much a mental game as it is physical, and how a player responds to setbacks defines their trajectory. Eala's resilience, humility, and willingness to learn are exactly what will help her convert close matches into victories in the future. Fans and analysts alike know it's not about one loss, it's about the pattern of growth that continues to unfold. As the Asian swing progresses, Eala's team is expected to carefully plan her schedule, balancing competition with rest and recovery. The goal will be to maintain her physical health while continuing to build momentum through consistent performances. With her current ranking gradually improving, opportunities to enter bigger events will only increase. That means more exposure, more challenges, and more chances to prove herself against top-tier opponents. In the meantime, her story continues to resonate. She remains one of the most inspiring young figures in Philippine sports, breaking barriers in a discipline that has rarely seen representation at such a high level from her country. Every time she steps on court, she carries not only her own aspirations but also the dreams of a nation. And that sense of purpose is what fuels her drive to keep improving, no matter the obstacles. As Eala departs from Wuhan, she does so with valuable experience in hand and an eye on the future. She will regroup, refocus, and return stronger for her next tournament. Whether it's another event in China or elsewhere in Asia, one thing remains certain: Eala is far from done. Her determination to rise, her ability to adapt, and her passion for the sport ensure that this setback is just another chapter in her ongoing journey toward greatness. For fans around the world, including those in the Philippines, this journey is a source of immense pride. Each swing of her racket, each point she fights for, is a step forward for both her and the sport she represents. In defeat, she gains wisdom; in victory, she gains confidence, and both are essential in building a career that lasts. So as we close this update, the message is clear: Eala's loss in the Wuhan Open qualifiers is not the end, but another stage in her steady climb. Her courage, composure, and competitive spirit continue to define her, and it's only a matter of time before those qualities carry her to even greater success on the WTA Tour. I'm Stefan with Trending Update USA. Stay tuned for more updates as we follow Eala's ongoing Asian swing and her pursuit of excellence in the world of professional tennis.